Hey guys, Five here with episode number 12 of the Crystal Palace crew mode on FIFA 23. We're kicking today's episode off with a game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, but this episode is going to be the penultimate one of the first season. So buckle yourselves in, get ready for this one. It's going to be a good one, maybe. Not as good as next episode, which is going to be the final episode, but it's still going to be a good one. And 35 minutes into the game, Fletcher. What more can you say about Fletcher? Coming to the club from the youth academy. Like we said, he's been a Palace boy his whole life. He had a season ticket, then he joined the academy. Now he's in the first team, tearing it up in terms of goals and assists, especially from midfield. I think I've said it already. But converting him from a centre forward to a centre midfielder, really good idea. Especially considering he's 6'2", especially considering he's now got the finishing of a striker, but as a midfielder, it's starting to work out really, really nicely for us in this one as he presses the ball away from Koulibaly, lays it across to Edouard, and he kicks it straight at his fellow Edouard, but that is Edouard Mendy. That makes the save, and we're coming into the final few minutes of this one. We've dominated throughout, and things have really been going our way these kind of past few times we've played top 6 clubs. Things have been better for us, I'll say. Obviously not the Liverpool game or the Man City game, but the Arsenal game. We've improved, should I say, and it was only 1-0. Now we've just beaten Chelsea. Last time we played them, it was only 1-0. We've beaten Man United. We've beaten Spurs. We actually didn't lose to Spurs this season. We had a 2-2 and a 4-3, so a really good performance against them. And yeah, I think we've performed pretty decent this second half of the season but Sam Johnson does something really, really silly. Boots the ball straight out the Southampton player. I think it's Joel Aribo, the centre midfielder. He just boots it right at him into the back of his own net. He's disappointed. He knows he's being sold. He knows he's being sold in the summer. I know he's being sold in the summer. He has gone in the summer. I can guarantee you that for a fact. We're going to have Gaita, we're going to have Butland, we're going to sign a new keeper. I can guarantee it, I can just guarantee you he will be gone. I'll sell him for free. Send him back to West Brom, send him to United. I think he's a United Academy player. Send him there. Because he is dog shit. But things go from bad to worse because we do concede another one. This one's actually going to go down as an own goal for Richards. Sam Johnson, he makes a save, but it does deflect back off the American centre-back and back into his net. So we're 2-0 down against a relegation-threatened Southampton team at home. Not looking good. Thank God we have Odsonne Edouard as our striker because he is incredible. It's definitely going to be, I'll say this now, next season, it's going to be between him and Wilf Zaha for a player we sell in the summer to maybe raise some more funds. And I'm thinking because of the fact Wilf Zaha's, he's been out for 6 months in total this season. He's maybe a bit injury prone coming into his 30s. Maybe we look to sell him on, try and get about 30 million for something like that. Obviously we signed a new contract. Maybe we get 40, something like that. But yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards selling Zaha than I am Edouard. Because I think Edouard's still only 25. We get him up top next season. I think he's already scored he's already bagged so many goals for us this season. I think it might be the time as Palace to maybe say goodbye to Zaha. But we do come back in this game. We're back on level terms at 2-2. Things are looking good. Things are looking like we're going to win this game right now because they're tripping over themselves. They've got Willy Caballero in goal. They've got a 50-year-old in goal, and Edouard does confirm his hat-trick there. 3 goals in the match ball. What more can you ask of from your striker? I think, I've made my mind up now. Zaha will, if an offer comes in next season, Zaha will probably leave the club, which is sad, as a Palace fan. You don't really want to see a legend like Wilf Zaha leave, but I think maybe we will have to sell him to move on as a club. This is the penultimate episode. We picked up points against Chelsea. We look to be picking up points here against Southampton. And we're on that push for Conference League football. I've said it before, if we can get into that green European competition, we've got a good chance next season, I think, especially considering the amount of growth we've had in this team. I don't know if I've probably gone through it, but Eze's up to an 80, Olise's an 81, Edouard's an 80 as well. Then we go into the defence, Wan-Bissaka's an 83, Guerhi's up to an 81, Mitchell's a 79, almost an 80, Richards is up to a 78, Anderson on the bench, he's an 80 or an 81, I'm not too sure. And then the midfield's probably our weakest area in terms of rating, but probably one of our strongest areas in terms of actual on-field performance, because I think we've not built a nice balanced midfield with Fletcher, Riedewald and Doucouré. But we come into this game against Leeds at Elland Road. Last time we played Leeds, I think it was 1-0. I think it was Bamford that scored the goal. And, I mean, we're already 1-0 down. We're already 1-0 down. We went 2-0 down against Southampton very quickly, though. So there's all the opportunities in the world in this one to get back into it and even flip the game on the head, just like we did at Selhurst Park. But Leeds, they are a very, very, very difficult team on this one. The pressing, obviously, they press in real life, so they're all going to have like 99 stamina based on their cards because of how mental they are in real life. So they don't get tired. They press relentlessly. And they've signed someone like Watkins up top. Good little finish from the boy there. Doubles their lead. Yeah, so they've got good finishers. They've got pace. They've got pressing. They've got stamina. They have technical ability. They have physical abilities. They have everything you need. And I just can't seem to beat them on this one because they do go 2-0 up. I don't think I've had a shot in this game. They have been all over me. Terrible defending there. Thankfully, Sam Johnson's having somewhat of a good game. Yes, he's conceded twice, but he does make a few good saves in this one. But Jack Harrison, on the ball, skips past our man way too easy. And Ollie Watkins goes and gets his second goal of the game. It's too easy. It's too easy for him. 44 minutes into this one, we're 2-0 down. And yeah, we've basically thrown all progress we've made over the past few weeks of climbing up the table. We're pretty much throwing it away here against Leeds. Thankfully, there is one man. Our knight in shining armour is Fletcher. I said I've not had a shot on target. I've gone another shot on target from range with our youngest player on the pitch. We score. We make it 3-1. There's a 2-goal deficit between ourselves now and Leeds. Could it be done? I mean, we did it against Southampton in the previous game. But it's this man again, single-handedly trying to drag us out of the mud, into the prime, into the glory. It's Fletcher as he skips past Llorente, edge of the box, turns him back inside, shoots it across Mellier's goal. He's got his second goal of the game. He's 3-2 now. All the chances now because we have just hit the hour mark in this one. So we've got half an hour. Make some subs, get some fresh legs on, because Leeds have been running us ragged. We really can't do anything. You could look at their stamina compared to ours on some of their players. It's insane. It is insane. But with 3 minutes remaining, we're looking to win the ball back. We can't do so. They're playing like prime Barcelona. And Watkins going for the hat-trick. Lays it outside to Harrison. He's already got a few assists this game. He's been just... yeah, we've not been able to deal with him. They eventually find Aronson, the American. He turns his fellow countryman in inside out. And, you know, maybe there's a bit of cheeky sneakiness there. Our American centre-back lets their American attacker score a goal. Maybe he's trying to get him into the national team. You know, maybe you know more than I know. But we do lose that one, 4-2. 2 goals for Watkins, 2 goals for Aaron Fletcher. Darren Fletcher? Aaron Fletcher? No, Fletcher, just Fletcher. And we're coming to the final game of today's episode. It's against Brighton. It's a derby. We smashed them last time round. Olise got a hat-trick. This time, though, this time was different. It was very, very different. And I'll tell you for why. Because they actually turned up for this one. They actually turned up for this one. That's the difference. And, you know, even though they're our rivals, you know, when Brighton turn up, Brighton turn up. You know, it's like us. When we turn up, we turn up. We get our 5 goals, we go home. When Brighton turn up, you've got to be wary. They've not got Graham Potter anymore. They've got I don't even know his name, new Italian coach. But yeah, they've got some good players. They've got some top quality players, and they've signed some as well. One of which being a player who gets the first goal of the game, and he does go and make it 1-0 to Brighton. We, on the other hand, we need to improve in our goal difference, our goals conceded. So next season, I've said the players we're getting rid of. I think next season we needed goalkeeper, as I've said, some new centre backs, and maybe a new CDM. Other than that, I think everyone else we sign will pretty much be rotational players that will help us just through the tougher periods of the month, because right now I've got one left back, it's Tyreek Mitchell. I have Wan-Bissaka, and then behind him I have Joel Ward, who's like 70 rated, 33 odd years of age. It's not the best. So rotation will be needed, especially in certain positions like left back, like right back, maybe and CDM actually, because we've only got Jairo Riedewald in that position. But you just saw there, well, you've seen the amazing free kick scored by Brighton to make it 2-1. They it's annoying because Olise run the show at the Amex. Here, he's been a bit quiet. He's kind of, been out on the wing, not really done anything. The score's 2-1. He's kind of the player we look to step up, him and Eze, to step up in that moment. But then, yeah, the unthinkable happens. Player scores, makes it 3-1. Not what we wanted. He gets his second goal of the game. Does the French striker, formerly of Borussia Mönchengladbach. And that's how the cookie crumbles, We smashed them in their home place. They come to Selhurst Park, they smash us. Fans are booing all over the stadium. I had to go over. I had to apologise. I had to write a fan letter saying sorry. I didn't mean it. It's really my bad. My bad, guys. But that is a goal. That's football. That's football. Sometimes you lose to your rivals. On aggregate, we beat them. That's all I've got to say. But that is going to be it for today's episode. Tomorrow's episode will be the final one of the season. So tune in to see where we finish in the league. Can we get European football? Back-to-back losses, not really going to help us out, so it's going to be a tough one. But as I said, I hope you guys will enjoy this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.